There's a bite. Yeah. Come on back here. Oh, he's heading for the... I had to push him. I don't like to do that with that line, but he was heading right under that dock, folks. Come on back here. Quit. What are you doing? You're done. Let's see if we can flip him in here. That's a pretty good one. The sun's come out. Yeah, he's long. The sun doggone come out. And I was wanting it to stay overcast. He's a long, lanky fish. Let's let him go. Go on back there. Not long ago, I was talking about big bite baits. This is the green pumpkin trick stick is the name of it. And to me, it's the second best when it comes to fishing baits like this. They're inexpensive. They have a good action to them, and they don't wreck out as quick. But I'm going to change this one and rig him up for you right here. Now I'm using a 2/0 hook right here. This is a 2/0 Gamakatsu. Now this right here is, you're supposed to use that, but you don't have to, folks. But we're going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to go through the center and come about 3/8 of an inch right here. Now you can rig it like this or right reverse. It don't make any difference. And just come right through that and then skin hook it. That's how I fish it. Notice you need it real straight like that. Now the shimmy on this bait, y'all ain't gonna be able to see it. As it falls, it shimmies enough. Not quite as much as a Gary Yamamoto, but just enough to get the bite. Yums are about the same. Maybe not as quiet. I don't think Yum has the shimmy this bait right here does. See, it's on the bottom right now. Just pick it up, move it about a foot, throw slack in your line on purpose, and watch that line. When you get bit, it'll do that. Boom. You'll be able to feel it too. This braid is super sensitive. But I don't try to feel a fish, whether I'm fishing for crappie or bass. I'm a line watcher. I've just been doing that for years. Now we spooked something right there. We made a cast and spooked something. It could be a bass. I'm just going to let it lay there. Not move it for a little bit. Then I'm going to just move it just a little. Maybe it was a bass. If it was, he's going to circle back around and look for that bait. But that's how I work it. Okay, so it's on the bottom. Pick it up. Throw slack in your line as it's falling. Back, it's doing this. That's what triggers the strike on these baits right here. Little sandy spot, not much, but a little bit. Let's make a cast over there. I'm gonna let it fall on a slack line, but I'm gonna watch that line right there. Look, see right here, look. There he is, too. That was a good demonstration. I don't know how big this one is. He ain't. See if we can keep him out of the dock. But that line of jump, and that's what you want. I'm in a mess here. I'm eating up that overhang right there with that rod tip. See, he done it. He went up under there, but I'm going to keep the pressure on him. That's not a bad bass. Not a bad bass at all. But that sandy area right there, I guarantee you there's a bluegill bed on it probably. They're still hanging around them bluegill and shellcracker beds. I don't know if y'all could see that, but did y'all see that white braid just... Now I'm getting excited. I get excited. That's a pretty nice fish right there. Pretty nice fish. Look at there, look at there, look at there. Not a giant, but a healthy fish. Let's let him go. Go on back there. When fish are shallow like this, anywhere from 2 to 4 feet, if you can get by, now folks, you can get by without using weight. With these type of baits, you're going to be much better off. You'll get way more strikes like that. You'll catch more fish. It's a much more realistic presentation. Now, a lot of times wind won't let you do that. But if you can, if you have to use weight, use about a 1/16 of an ounce. All right, let's sneak up here on this point right here. Well, it's a secondary point off the main lake here. Now, I've seen some bluegill and shellcracker beds, or they may just be bluegill beds, or they might be a combination of, they bed together a lot of times. Well, we're talking about bass now. There's some bass hanging around these beds, males and females. The males that's here around these beds now are getting them a bite, a bluegill every once in a while, but mainly they're protecting their fry. When those fry gets to a certain size, well, they'll eat them too. But there's a bed, yeah, right out in there, and it's nothing but a sandy hole out here in amongst this milfoil. It's just a sandy area. I'm sure it's a bed. If it is, there's going to be a bass there. It's either going to be a big one or a little one, but there's going to be a bass there. There's a fish. Whoa, I didn't get a hook in him. Oh, where's he going? This is a good one, folks. Woo! That fish hit it and bailed now. I hope he stays on. There we go. Not near as big as I thought. My goodness, what a mean bass. What are you doing to me? He hit it, and I mean that fish moved 30 feet before I had a chance to even set up on him to set the hook. My goodness, I've never had a fish do that before. I've had them do similar, but not move that distance that quick. What does that mean? He had some competition right there. I thought we had a big fish right there. That's not a bad one though, is it? My. Whoa! I was lucky to get a hook into that fish. Let's let him go. Is that a him or a her? I don't know. But that was a lot of fun. Woo! That excited me. I thought that was a big one. I mean, a big... Whoa. I'm using 10-pound test braid on this Fago LT 2500 size reel. 10-pound braid. This is Frost Berkeley braid with a 6.5-foot Gander Mountain medium action rod. And I have a 10-pound fluorocarbon leader. And I'll show you. And I'm using a 2-aught EWG hook. And I'm going to start off with a Gary Yamamoto 5-inch. 5-inch is my favorite size when I'm fishing around these beds this time of year. So I look for white spots, dished out white spots. Bluegill and shellcracker beds is what I'm looking for. And I'm going to be fishing anywhere from 3 to 5 feet deep today. Now I'm going to make a cast out here. There's another white spot right there. I'm gonna face the wind, always face the wind, or I do, so I can maintain boat control. And I just let that bait just fall to the bottom. It's weightless. Then I'm gonna pick it up and let it fall back. And that's basically all I'm doing. A Senko is an easy, real easy bait to fish when you're fishing them weightless or any other way. Deadly, deadly bait this time of year. Matter of fact, it's a deadly bait year long. There we go. Man, I can't tell how big he is. Buried up in that grass, I don't think he's very big. Well, I don't know. I believe he is big. He's burying up in that darn grass, folks. I believe he's a pretty good bass. Yeah, he is. See how he's burying up in that stuff? It's hard to tell how big they are. It ain't bad. Now that fish sat down on it. That's a term I've used a couple times. They'll just inhale it and stay there, so you can't even feel them on braid. You just have to touchy-feely with them a little bit, which I don't like to do because they'll spit it out. There we go. That's a pretty good one right there. Pretty healthy. That's a pretty good fish right there. I've caught a couple of pretty good ones today, but not really quality. But what I done right here, let's get him loose. There he is right there. What I done is I caught several fish in here. Probably not going to show them on a green pumpkin, and I just changed to a black. That's a black solid centered yum dinger. So that's 3 different types of those baits. I'm just going to classify them as Senkos that I've used and caught fish today. They all work. And I had a question. You know, of course that fish was a touchy-feely fish. A lot of times they'll blow it out if they feel you like that, but I finally felt him when I did. I set the hook. He didn't move a muscle. They're bad about that. They'll just inhale it and sit there with it. It's a hard strike, very hard strike to deal with, but a lot of times that's your bigger fish when that happens. I had a question. How long do you let them, once you feel the bite, how long do you let them have it? About 3 to 4 seconds. Go ahead and set the hook. Because the chances of them blowing it out, well, the chances of them swallowing the bait, especially a Gary Yamamoto, they'll swallow that bait and you'll kill them if you don't watch it. So give them 3 to 4 seconds on any of these baits and go ahead and set the hook. That's my opinion. That's a beautiful fish right there. Y'all can see how clear this water is. Like I said before, it's just lack of rainfall. So another thing I'm having to do, and why this 10-pound braid is critical, or it is today, the fluorocarbon leader, of course, is I can get incredibly long cast. And if you need a long cast, that braid is the way to go, because you can set the hook a lot more efficiently than you can with mono. You are a stupid. I'm talking about stupid old man. You let me out here on this bank. I'll call my woman, she'll come and get me, and you can get thunder and lightning on all you want to, you old hairy looking old thing. You old beard head monkey nose son of a gun, you. Let me out of the bank right now, boy. Put that right there on that nose. Yep, there he is. Y'all ready? Yep. That's another pretty good one right there. Let me tap and drag up just a little. I love these reels, but if you, the drag right here on the front of the reel, if you ever bump it, you won't even know it. There we go. He's a chunk. That fish ain't long. I've caught them all shapes and sizes today. I believe we can flip him. God, it's a heavy little bass. Got something in his throat too. What? Look here. Oh my. What's that in his throat? All kinds of things happens out here, folks. I'm gonna finish what I said. I do a lot of research about crawfish, and we have like, I believe it's like 20 something different species of crawfish here in Alabama. And yeah, they love to, let me buckle this back up. Y'all excuse me, I just had to finish. Look at the crawfish right here that he spit up. This fish, he's been flouncing around here. What happened, my memory card filled up, so I had to put me another memory card in here. Wouldn't you know it? But look at these crawfish. I know it looks pretty nasty, but these are different crawfish than what I catch and trap in creeks. We have like 20 something different species. Y'all can check on that here in Alabama. So that's why crawfish is so effective out here in this grass. There's crawfish that lives all over this lake in the grass. Eelgrass, hydrilla, milfoil, and that's the first one in a while. He ain't got no crawfish left that I've caught that spit up crawfish, but they live in this grass. So if you're pitching or flipping in the mats, you know, crawfish is a great great bait to use. Let's let him go. He ain't been out long, just long enough to get rid of those crawfish. He lost his meal. He had them two big crawfish in his stomach. And when I set the hook, he regurgitated them, or almost, and still that bass wanted this doggone bait right here. What about that? Think about that just a little bit, of how greedy they are. But yeah, they're accustomed to seeing crawfish. If you didn't know that, check it out. 20 something different species of crawfish. Let's catch another one. Bursel is bald. He ain't got no hair on his head no more. He's slick as old Uncle Fester on the Munsters. Whoa! That old boy's bald-headed. A fly can't even stay up there on his head. It'll slide off. Yep. Y'all ready? Oh, that's a good one. And he got in that floating mess right there. Well, that's why I like braid. And 10-pound test braid to do the job. We'll just go in there and get him. Might be able to drag him out. He's right under that mat. No, we're gonna have to go get him. Braid is something else. When they come out with braid, folks, they come out with something. And he's still there. He's a caught fish because I put the hammer down on you, old buddy. That's just a bunch of wadded up, floating eelgrass. Let's see how big he is. There he is. You thought, but you was wrong. Back in the day, they used to call these right here sissy rods. They don't know more since braid come out. There's another good one right there. Long, slinky female that's just come off bed. Beautiful fish. Look at there, what a big tail on that fish. Let's let her go. Right here. They know. That was the only floating stuff out here, folks. She went back under it. And a bass, a largemouth especially, they know exactly where to go. They try to hide what they do, but they're aware of everything that's in their environment. Well, folks, I'm not a real smart man. There ain't no doubt about that. But I know one thing. I have overstayed my welcome. I'm gonna be lying back towards the boat ramp because right here is a big dude coming, and it's got lightning and thunder in it. I mean, it's coming. But I've got time to get out of here. I've got 10 minutes to get out of here. So I'm going to do that. I want to say thank y'all very much for all the great comments. And as far as this technique, we can do this. In clear water, when they're eating that green pumpkin up, when it gets overcast like this, try it. Change to a solid centered black. You'll find out that you'll start catching more fish because of it. There's something about that. I have researched that over the years, and I found it to be so. And nothing like a spinning reel loaded with braid. I'm telling you, it is perfect to make long casts. And other than that, I want to say God bless each and every one of y'all. Thank y'all for all the comments. And hey, let me see if there's anybody on the dock. Well, hey. My goodness. And remember, go fishing when you can, because it's good for